Hi, what's up everyone? Today I'm going to be covering the Labyrinth on Remnant 2. This is the only part of the game that is exactly the same for everybody. If you've been playing this game, you know how it works. It's all kind of randomized. You're going to be doing different worlds at different times compared to other people, and there's even different objectives that you can be doing as well. And to actually do everything in the game, there's a lot of re-rolling of adventure mode or campaign mode to actually get everything done and find everything. Well, the Labyrinth, as I've just said, is not like that. This is the same for everybody, and I'm going to be covering a walkthrough now of how to complete the Labyrinth and how to complete the boss at the end, as you can see on screen now, the Labyrinth Sentinel. But that's not all. As well as the actual mission and the boss, there's a lot of secrets to find in the Labyrinth also, and with this being very early in the game, just after completing your first sort of objective in your first world, it's a great time to get all of these secrets, because there is loot that you can find that could take you all the way to end game if you upgrade it. So I highly recommend that you get it, and I'll be covering that in today's video also. So first, we're going to be starting with the walkthrough. Once we've done the walkthrough, we'll be moving on to the secrets. When you first enter the Labyrinth, you're going to be in this room here. Not much going on. You just got to run straight ahead through this corridor. At the end of this corridor, if you take a right, you'll see your first portal. You'll be using a load of these. Head straight through this. And the first time I got here, I was stuck. I didn't know what to do here, but it's very, very easy. Right in front of you is a light on this door. Just shoot it. With the door now open, you can go straight ahead and just keep following the path. As you get to the end of the path, you're going to go up these stairs here and you'll find a world stone. So you're going to hit that checkpoint there. And in this area, you'll also notice this device in the center. And you'll be able to interact with it. However, you're not going to have the item yet that you need to place in it. When you do get that item, you'll come back here, you'll place it, and a portal will appear right in front of you. You'll be going to this big beam of light that you can see. That's where you get the Labyrinth boss and finish the mission. But right now, we can't do that, because we need the item to go inside of that. So from this area, if you just head back to the world stone, if you do, I'm not going to do exploring on this walkthrough, but if you go that way, there is like a ring you can find, but we want to head up to these stairs to the right as we came into the area. And if we go to the top of the stairs and then just take a right here and go straight ahead, we've got another path that is going to form in front of us, and we just want to keep on moving this way. There will be some enemies here that you'll need to deal with. With all the enemies defeated, just keep on moving forward, and as you get to the other side of this path, it looks like there's nowhere to go, but just to the right over here, there is the path forward, and you just drop off the ledge here. And we want to keep on moving in this direction. Another path's going to come up in front of you. Keep going forward and keep on killing any enemies that you come across. Shortly after taking care of the enemies, you will come to your second portal that you need to go through. On the other side, there'll be a ring right in front of you that you can collect. And just to the left of that, you're going to find your next checkpoint. So just go and hit this checkpoint. And with that done, you just want to head right at that checkpoint. You're going to see these two statues in this area. There will be an enemy encounter here, so just deal with that. And you're going to notice all these rooms that you can't really do much with at the minute, so just run straight ahead, deal with the enemies. We will be coming back here later for a secret as well, but right now just focus on the walkthrough. And if we head over to the right here, there's going to be another path that's going to appear before you, and it's going to take you up around this stone here. So just keep on moving forward and traversing upwards. On your way up, there are going to be some enemies, and you might notice if you look behind you, this portal here and this sort of purple item there. This is one of the secrets we're covering later in the video. You can't get that now, so if you do see it, don't worry about it. There's no way up there until you find the secret. So just keep on moving along. You'll eventually come to another path that forms itself. You just want to cross this. As you approach this fork in the path, you can go left or right. Choose whichever way you want. Each way is going to have enemies, but both will lead to the same area. Each path is very straightforward, and as you get to the end of that sort of maze, you're going to have another portal to the right here that you need to use. But don't forget to shoot this light here on this door, because as you replay the Labyrinth or come back here, it's going to make getting through it much easier. It just creates a shortcut for you to go backwards, and when you come back to the Labyrinth, move forward. You'll see that's an area we've already been to with the statues there. So now with that open, jump through the portal. And you'll land dead on another checkpoint. From the checkpoint, just go straight forward. You're going to see this portal in front of you here. this is a little bit different than the others. Now, just right at the portal, before we deal with that, you're going to see another door with a light on. Just shoot that. Again, that's just going to be another shortcut for you as you navigating through this area. That goes back to an area we've already been. But now we're going to have to deal with this portal. Notice the static, and every time it goes off and on, you're going to see something else through the portal. Now, you just need to wait until you see the right environment. This is not it. If we jump through right now, that platform's just going to crack and we're going to die. So we're going to wait again, see what the next environment is. And again, this is not what we want. We're going to die if we jump through that. This is a part of another secret later on in the video as well, by the way. But the environment that you're looking for is this one here. When you see it, just jump through. And you want to be quick, you want to run, and you want to jump, because that platform's going to break. And if you don't be quick, you're going to die. This will take you to another checkpoint. And just beyond that checkpoint, you're going to see this white door, which usually means there's a boss beyond it. So head through this door. And then inside this area, you'll know something is going on because the music is going to beef up and you can run around the area. There's nothing to find here, but nothing much is going on. The only thing you're going to notice is this obvious passageway here that you need to get through, but this is going to be a part of this encounter. Now, this isn't the main boss of the labyrinth, but it is an encounter we're going to have to deal with now. And to start it, all we want to do is shoot this orb that we can see floating in the center of the area. This will spawn in this enemy here and a few other enemies. These you would have faced before along the way. Nothing too difficult, so just take care of them. And as you keep on killing enemies, you'll notice that that orb in the center is going to take bricks from that door that we mentioned earlier. You just got to keep on killing waves of enemies until that orb has taken all of the bricks, and then you're able to pass through that doorway. Each wave will get increasingly difficult, so be careful. And we've only got a few enemies remaining. Do run around to collect ammo and heal regularly. The hardest enemy you're going to face is the fourth wave, this one here. It's got like a big eye on it. Just aim for the eye. Try and keep a distance. If you got any like special mods or anything, make sure you're using them. And as long as you don't take too much damage from it, you'll be absolutely okay. With that enemy dead and all of the little minions dead, that'll be the last wave. You'll see this orb in the middle collect all of the bricks, revealing the path forward, and the objective will be a success. You can now head towards that gap in the wall and progress. And it is through this gap in the wall that you find this object. Remember that item at the start of the labyrinth that I said you needed to insert something into? This cube is it. So pick this up. And with that master portal key, you want to head back now and go back to that device to put this in. So you just want to head back through that door you originally came through in this area to start that encounter. You can see the checkpoint there. Just head back to that checkpoint. And if you remember earlier, that portal in front is what got us here. We had to jump through it, the static one. We can't take that back, but just to the right, there's another portal. A normal one, we can jump through this. So jump through and we'll land on that checkpoint that you can see right in front of us. You'll recognize this from before. Just head forward, you'll see that static portal again. We're not going to take that this time, but that door that we opened up to create a shortcut, we're going to take that instead. So head right to the static portal and go through this doorway that you opened here. There will be a few enemies spawned, so just deal with them, and with them gone, just head left and you're going to notice the area that you need to be where we can now insert this cube. So head to this device where we were at earlier, where I said there's going to be a portal here to take us that big beam of light, and we just want to interact with it. And now that we've got this master portal key, just use that. And the portal will reveal itself. We can now head through this. And now we're heading towards the end of the level. This is going to be where the main boss encounter is. Not in this area here, but just a little bit more forward. You will find a checkpoint though. You're probably going to need this. The first time I did this boss, I died a lot. I'm going to try my best to do this for you now. Explain exactly how to do it. And it's just through to this area here away from the checkpoint. As soon as you enter, there's going to be a cutscene. And you're going to have to take on this boss. This can be quite tricky, as I said. Now, notice this cube that's going around. There's loads of cubes in the area, and they all follow a certain pattern. Not only are the cubes moving around in a pattern and they're going to squish you, they're going to fire this, like, purple orb thing at you. You got to dodge that. And there'll be smaller ones as well. The smaller purple orbs aren't going to kill you. The big one will. And these blocks, if they land on you, will kill you as well. So you got to dodge all this. And this area where we came into is a little bit of a safe area, to be honest with you. You can move around here. You can have a look at the area. You can inspect all the cubes. And you can see all the lights that you need to shoot. So stay in this area. Just learn the route of this one, which is very, very easy. And from here, we're going to get half of the Labyrinth Sentinel health gone, or even more of it. So to start doing that, what we're going to do is shoot these lights on all the cubes. So I'm going to get my handgun on. We're going to shoot one there. You'll notice that it explodes and it's disappeared. And some of the health on the Labyrinth Sentinel is gone. This is all we got to do. And we just got to keep on shooting these lights. Now, I'm not sure if the lights are always on the same cubes and kind of like in the same position. I'm pretty sure they can change each time, so it might not be exactly the same for you as it is for me. But the strategy is still going to be exactly the same. So what I'm going to do now, just because it's a little bit easier to do this without commentating while doing it, I'm just going to show you exactly how this is done and just let it play. Now, there is one thing I forgot to mention. Notice how, as we're taking out these, like, orbs, it is generating holes on these cubes. Worst case scenario, if you need to, and it is going to hit you, and it's on that side, you can crouch, and you shouldn't die. Sometimes when I did that, I did die, though, so I wouldn't use that as a guaranteed way of surviving, but if needed, that option is there. And notice the Labyrinth Sentinel's health now. We're getting quite low. And I don't think there's any more orbs that we can find from this position here, which is kind of like the easiest position to be in. So when you get to this point, you are going to need to make a move around the area to try and find the remaining orbs. So I jump over here and just be very careful. You need to learn the pattern of these now. But once learned, you'll be able to move around this area quite well. Oh, there's one. There we go. And just gives you different angles of all the other cubes. I head down this way. You've got to be very careful because this is following us and it will come all the way up to here and crush us. So we want to jump across. So make sure we dodge that. We see another orb on that one there. That will kill us though, so we've got to jump back across. We're quite safe here now until that cube comes back, and I think there's only like one more potentially to find. So from this angle where we're quite safe, we're just going to look. So we can jump back across now because we know we're pretty safe when that's approaching. As soon as that goes, we've got to jump back across, otherwise we're going to die. And just look at all the cubes in the area from this angle now, just to try and find the final one. I've just spotted it. It's on there, look. So we're not going to be able to get that just yet. But as soon as this comes over and it heads back, we know where it is. So we can just follow this now. And it's on the top, so I'm not sure how the best angle for this is going to be. That's a very awkward one. We might need to actually get that from a different angle. I'm going to go over this way Because the position where this goes, there might be a gap. Just got to wait for this one to do its thing. And we can head round here. There it is. And quest is complete. They're the 2 locations that I used for this whole encounter. And it was the easiest way to manage it, as you just saw from the very beginning. Just taking this route, just learning which way those cubes goes, and just managing it from this angle here. Once you've shot all the cubes, you're going to get a reward of a trait point and some other items. And you're now ready to push forward to finish the labyrinth. Like me, if your boundaries do get a little bit scrambled at this point, notice where the checkpoint was. That's the area that you came in from. Directly across from that is the way you got to go. And you're heading towards the end cutscene now. Just follow this path. And as you get to the end of the path, you can go left, right, or straight ahead. You don't go straight ahead, but I'm just going to go and show you where you're heading to. You're heading towards that big eye there. And if we go back out and go left as we headed into the area, you're going to have a pathway here that takes you down to that eye. There will be a checkpoint along the way, so just hit that, and straight after that checkpoint, you're going to have a stairway up to this big eyeball, and there's going to be a cutscene. You're also going to notice someone familiar with the eyeball, and that is Clementine. Once the cutscene is over with the eye and Clementine, you're going to get the biome portal key. If we head into our inventory, I'll quickly show you that. Looks like this. That's what you get rewarded with. And you're going to use this now to exit the labyrinth and go on to your next world. Now, if you're anything like me, I thought like this was done. I got my reward. I could go back to the ward and do all upgrades and everything. And I had no idea on how to actually progress to the next world. It's not very clear from here. Like, even if you bring up the map, there's nothing on the map. Kind of says the primary objective is here though, and it is. You gotta go to our primary objective now to go move on to the other world. So if we head back the way, and if we go to this checkpoint, we can actually fast travel to where we need to be. So just interact with the checkpoint, and from here you'll see the main objective is still at the labyrinth. So just click that, and you need to be in the fractured ingress. So just fast travel there, and it'll bring you back to this location here. You'll remember this because that's where you put in that cube earlier to open up that portal. And if we bring up the map while we're here, if you explored this well enough, you'll notice the primary objective markers. And there's multiple ones because these are portals to other worlds. Now, everybody's world, as we already know, is going to be completely different throughout your playthrough of this game, apart from the labyrinth, and that is now back to normal from here on out. So it doesn't really matter what portal you choose, but from this big portal and this checkpoint, you just head up these stairs here to the left of that. You'll find these 2 portals here. There's more throughout the area though if you do explore them, because the labyrinth is what connects all of the worlds together, and you'll be able to fast travel between modes here. So if we come into this location here, you may have noticed as going through the area, you came up to like these doors with yellow lights on that you couldn't do anything with. But now we have that biome key, we can interact with these to go through them. Now that we are done with the full walkthrough, we're now ready to get onto the secrets. There's 4 secrets in total that I'm going to show to you. The first secret I now show you is going to reward you with a weapon, some armor, and a trophy or achievement. So from the world stone here in the center of the area, just take a right and head up these stairs. At the top of the stairs, you're going to take a right again, and there's a path straight ahead that will form in front of you. There's going to be some enemies here, so just take care of them. With all the enemies clear, just go across the pathway that raises before you. Get to the end of that and just hug around to the right, and you're going to want to drop off this ledge here. There will be a few more enemies that spawn in as you drop down. Just quickly take care of them. And with the enemies clear, the path you want to take is this path to the left here, where you can see the portal right in front of you. Again, there's going to be a couple of enemies to deal with. Just get rid of them. And with the enemies gone, you can push forward. And we're not going to go inside this portal, but just behind it, there's another portal that is well hidden. Just run to the edge here and look down, and you're going to see that portal. Just drop through it. It's going to put you on an island and there will be some enemies. There's going to be 2 elite enemies. You can choose to kill them or you can just rush past them. So I'll show you now. As you run up the steps, you'll see the enemies in front of you. Quite easy enough, but as you don't need to deal with them, just take the portal to the left. And once through the portal, we're now ready to complete this first secret. So just head left as you get out that portal and left again. And you'll see this rock face here. We need to climb this. So we'll start off by climbing the ledge here. And then we just want to do a sprint and jump over here to climb up that. Climb up the next ledge, which is really easy. And then spin round. And there's another sprint and jump. You'll grab onto that ledge. Climb up again. And to the right here, you'll be able to crouch. And you'll be able to pass through the rock. And you'll see the portal that you just came through on. Now, just climb up the ledge here. And you're going to see above the portal, there's another ledge that we can get onto. And once here, we'll just push forward. Crouch. And we're going to find a portal. This is why you need to complete the labyrinth for this secret. Because you need the item to open these doors. Now, if we interact with the door, the item that we're going to be using is the biome portal key. This is going to open the door and this portal is going to take us back to Ward 13. And it is a part of Ward 13 that you can't access through Ward 13. That window up there is a part of another secret I've covered in another video that gets you a handgun. And you may have seen this area and wondered how to get to it because you would have saw the nice shiny gun there that is on that sort of table or desk. There's also a book that you can read if you want to. But this is the secret weapon that you find in this area. It is the Chicago Typewriter. So we'll just pick that up. And if we inspect the Typewriter, you can see that it's a classic Tommy gun with large ammo capacity and a slow reload. Poor initial accuracy, which improves while holding down the trigger. Damage 10 as standard, 11 RPS with an 80 magazine size, which is absolutely huge. I've heard this is a very good gun. You can use this gun from dead early in the game, upgrade it, and it'll take you all the way through to the end of the game if you really want to. But that's not it. As well as the gun, Leta has also stashed some armor. If you just look in this blue container here, you can open this chest to find the armor as well. It's the Leta Mark II armor. That is also going to now unlock a trophy or achievement also. If we go and have a look at that armor, we're not going to put it all on, but it is very, very high armor stats. You can see it's much higher than what I've already got, and that's on every single piece. It looks pretty cool as well, but it's very, very heavy. Once you put all this armor on, your weight goes to 100. You can't dodge no more, and you actually flop. It's quite funny. But that's the end of this secret. We got 3 more to do. So heading back to the Fractured Ingress fast travel point now, the starting point of all these secrets. If you can't make your way back here from the last one, just kill yourself on fast travel. You're going to push straight ahead this time, and you're going to take a left at this big portal. There'll be some enemies in here to take care of. Just take care of them. And with the enemies dead, just to the right here, there should be a doorway. Through your playthrough of the labyrinth, you should have opened up some shortcuts. If this doorway is closed for you, then you're going to have to go through the long way, unfortunately. But you should have that open, and you'll find this portal here. If you have to go the long way, it's the only portal that has this static to it, and the background changes every time. Now, I think there's 5 different backgrounds, and what you are looking for, you're looking for a background with that stone slab there that is cracked, but there's going to be loads of lines coming at you. There's 2 that look very similar, so be very careful. When you find the right background, you just want to count to 3 and head through. This is the background you're looking for, so 1, 2, 3 in. The platform will drop, but magically beneath your feet, this is going to catch you. The timing is everything there. If you feel like you're missing it all the time, go just before the 3 count. You just saw how long it took me then. But once on this platform, you're going to push forward now. There's going to be 2 elite enemies that you're going to need to deal with. The enemies shouldn't be too difficult. I found it quite easily with my handler class. However, if you are struggling, I highly recommend you focus like the flying ball first, because the other elite enemy kind of like belly slams and does damage to itself. So while you're focusing the big ball in the sky, just focus the little minions that pop off of the other one and then do the belly flop for 1 second. I don't know the names of these enemies, but once both the elites are done, right in front of you is this statue, and this is where you are going to find the item that you have came to find. This is the secret. So just run up to this statue, and just on the slab here, you're going to see the Cypher rod. Pick that up, And we are not done with this secret yet. We now want to head back to Ward 13. Use this portal here just to exit the area. It'll put you right back at a checkpoint so you can fast travel to Ward 13. Once back at Ward 13, you just want to head to Ava, and she's going to have an item that she can craft for you. So just interact with Ava and you're going to find the Enigma. The Enigma is a handgun that fires an electrical stream that jumps to nearby targets within 7.5 meters, dealing 30% reduced damage per jump and applies overloaded. It comes with its own mod, the Chaos Driver, that drives electrified rods which tether to other rods within 10 meters. Tethers last 10 seconds and deal 20 shock damage per second. It's an incredible weapon, and all you need to craft it is 7 Luminite Crystal, 1000 scrap, and the Cypher rod that you just found in the Labyrinth. So press space to craft that. And if you haven't crafted a boss weapon yet, this does count as one of those. So you'll also get a trophy or an achievement. Fast travel back to the Fractured Ingress fast travel point now, and it's time for the third secret. We're going this way again. In fact, we're going this way every single time now for the rest of the secrets. Head through here, clear the enemies. Again, we're taking this shortcut. If you still haven't opened this shortcut up yet, it's your own fault. You have to go the long way. And instead of going through this portal this time, that is the one that keeps on flashing with different backgrounds, just run past that. And you have to take out some more enemies here. So look how good the Enigma works, what we just unlocked. And with the enemies clear, just keep on pushing forward. And you're looking for these set of stairs here. Run up these stairs. And at the end of here, you're going to notice this rock formation. Just trust me. Drop down below. And the path will form. You can run ahead now, and there's going to be another gap. And this gap, you're not just going to be able to drop. You've got to wait until a platform appears, and when it does, you've got to be quick to get across. So just stand here until it appears. And there we go. We can now drop on that, but as I say, you've got to be very, very quick. Jump across. And just like that, the platform is going to disappear. That's how quick you need to be. You can keep on pushing forward now. And you'll approach this area here. Before we drop down, the secret that we're looking for is straight in front of us. It's a melee weapon. But there's going to be a secret boss here as well called Bastion. Bastion is going to spawn in as you enter the item that we've came here for. And you're going to have to defeat him. You have faced enemies like him before when you've completed the Labyrinth. But this one's a beefed up version. And his weak spot is just his big eye. It's very obvious. You just got to shoot that. And once he dies, you get the Vengeful Strike Mutator as a reward. He drops some other loot as well, so pick that up. But also able to get the secret that we came here for. So now you're able to run over to this melee weapon and we can pick it up. It's the Labyrinth Staff. The Labyrinth Staff looks like this. Its basic strikes generate 10% additional mod power. Charge attacks perform an area of effect which strikes all enemies within 2 meters, dealing 75 damage. Area of effect damage generates 50% additional mod power. And to get back from here, just head through that pit in the middle. And there's going to be a portal that you can go through. This will take you to a checkpoint. And the quickest way to get back to where we want to is to use this checkpoint to fast travel back to Ward 13, as it won't let you go anywhere else. And then from Ward 13, you can go back to Fractured Ingress. Back where you want to be, we're now ready for the final secret of the Labyrinth. We're taking the same route as a few others we have done. We're just going straight ahead from that fast travel point. We're taking a left here. We're using this shortcut. Again, if you've not got this open by now, what is wrong with you? And you're looking for this portal again. We're going to use this one more time like we did before. Now, what we're looking for this time, it's similar again. We're looking for the stone platform at the bottom and the lines moving up. But we're looking for a background where that portal is moving. And as it gets to the center of the portal, you want to go through. You're going to fall, but if we look down, you'll go through that portal. And you're going to land on top of this area here. It's an area you may have saw where you're just playing through the labyrinth, just down below, there's some steps and enemies there. You actually go up these steps to progress through the normal labyrinth mission, and you may have saw this and thought, how do I get it? Well, this is how you get it. And here it is. Just interact with this and you're going to have a reprocessed heart. And this is what it looks like. On use, it converts 5 health as grey health to 40 mod power per second for 25 seconds for both weapons. Cannot die from the conversion. And that, everyone, is the end of this video. I do hope it's been helpful for you. Again, if it has been, don't forget to hit like and share to support the video, and subscribe for even more. Until next time, thank you so much for watching this one. Stay safe and peace out.